Did you know that 99% of deaths after the age of 75 are caused by just a handful of health issues? It's a shocking statistic, but it's true. Many people believe that passing away at an advanced age is just part of life. But here's the reality. The majority of these fatalities come from risks that could be avoided. Risks that most of us don't think about until it's too late. You might think you're doing okay, but by the time you realize something's wrong, your health could already be in serious decline. The problem is that these risks often develop silently over time. The good news is by understanding these dangers, now you can take action today to protect yourself, improve your quality of life, and even add years to your health. This isn't just about statistics. These are real issues affecting real people. And the choices you make today can make all the difference in this video. We're going to uncover the 5 leading causes of death after 75. These are the top culprits responsible for nearly all fatalities in this age group. Some may be obvious, while others might surprise you, but one thing's for sure. Knowing these risks is the first step toward preventing them. So why should you care? Because these risks are not inevitable. In fact, making small but meaningful conscious changes in your lifestyle could drastically reduce your risk. Many seniors have been able to stay independent longer, enjoy better health, and even extend their lives by decades. You don't have to accept poor health as a given. The decisions you make today could determine how strong, active, and independent you remain in the years to come. Take a moment to think about your own health. Are there things you could be doing differently? Are there changes you could make now to give yourself a better shot at living a longer, healthier life? The truth is, you have more control over your health than you might think. And it's not just about adding years to your life. It's about adding quality. Years where you stay active, engaged, and truly enjoy your golden years. Now let's dive into the 5 leading causes of death after 75. Understanding them could be the key to living a longer, healthier, and more independent life. Let's get started. Let's dive deeper into one of the most common yet silent contributors to heart disease, high blood pressure over time. Untreated high blood pressure puts an enormous strain on your arteries, forcing your heart to work harder than it should. But here's the tricky part. You won't feel it. There's no pain, no warning signs, nothing that tells you it's time to act. That's why so many people over 75 end up in the hospital. Hospitals suddenly finding themselves fighting for their lives, when just days earlier, they felt completely fine. By the time a heart attack or stroke strikes, it's often too late to reverse the damage. This is why paying attention to your blood pressure is critical. What's even more alarming is that many people aren't aware that they have high blood pressure, especially since it doesn't come with obvious symptoms. This is what makes it so dangerous. And unfortunately, many wait until they're in the ER before realizing how critical it really is. If you want to reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, start checking your blood pressure regularly. The sooner you catch it, the sooner you can make changes. Next, let's talk about poor diet, another major contributor to heart disease. Years of eating processed foods, excess salt, and unhealthy fats slowly but surely take a toll on your arteries, clogging them and reducing blood flow. But here's something most people don't realize. It's not just about cutting out the bad foods. It's about adding the right ones into your diet. Your heart, just like any muscle, needs proper fuel to stay strong. If your meals lack heart-healthy nutrients like omega-3s, antioxidants, and fiber, the damage happens faster than you think. The best way to ensure your heart gets the nutrients it needs is to fill your plate with colorful fruits and vegetables, whole grains and healthy fats like those from nuts, seeds, and fish. Small changes in your diet now can make a world of difference in how your heart feels years down the road. And don't forget about movement. A sedentary lifestyle is one of the most underestimated risks when it comes to heart disease. The heart is a muscle, and like any muscle, it thrives on movement. When you stop moving, circulation slows down, muscles weaken, and the heart itself doesn't get the exercise. It needs to stay strong. You don't need to run marathons, but staying active in a way that works for you. Whether it's walking, stretching, or even simple chair exercises can keep your heart pumping efficiently. It doesn't take much, but it makes a world of difference. Just 30 minutes of moderate activity a day can significantly reduce your risk of heart disease, and it's never too late to start. The biggest mistake people make is think heart disease is just something that happens because of age. Many people assume that, because a relative had a heart attack or stroke, it's just their fate, or that slowing down is a natural part of aging. But here's the truth. You have more control over your heart health than you think. The choices you make every single day, what you eat, how you move, how you manage stress add up, and they can either make or break the future of your heart. If there's one thing to take away from this, let it be this. The sooner you take control of your heart health, the better the choices you make today. No matter how small can determine how strong and resilient your heart stays in the years ahead. It's never too late to start taking care of your heart, and the best time to start is right now. Now that we've talked about heart disease, let's move on to one of the most overlooked yet incredibly dangerous risks after 75 falls and injuries. This might seem like something that's just a part of aging, but it's a far more serious risk than most people realize. And the scary part, it can happen in the blink of an eye, instant one misstep, a moment of dizziness or a slippery floor, and suddenly everything changes. A fractured hip, a head injury, or even what seems like a minor bruise can escalate quickly into a serious, life-threatening situation. The real danger, however, is that most people don't realize just how vulnerable they are until it's too late. Here's something that might shock you. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury-related deaths in seniors. They account for millions of emergency room visits every year. And for many, a single fall leads to a decline. They never fully recover from a simple fall that causes a hip fracture, for example, could mean months spent in bed, a significant loss of independence, and increased risks of infections and complications. But despite how common falls are among seniors, most people don't take fall prevention seriously until they or someone they love experiences it firsthand. The problem is that as we age, certain things change slowly but steadily. Our sense of balance, muscle strength, and reaction time all begin to diminish. But because these changes happen gradually, we don't always notice one moment. You might feel perfectly fine moving about your house and going through your daily routines, but then out of nowhere you might reach for something on a high shelf or step over a small object, and suddenly you lose your balance before you know it. Gravity takes over and you fall. The body just doesn't recover from these falls as easily as it once did. A Saint Humble that used to result in nothing more than a bruise could now leave you in serious pain or even hospitalized. What's even worse is the fear of falling that often follows. This fear can lead to even more falls. Many seniors, after experiencing one close call, start avoiding movement altogether. They stop going for walks, they avoid stairs, and they limit their activities, believing that will keep them safe. But the truth is, the less you move, the weaker your muscles become. Weakened muscles reduce your balance even further, making you even more likely to fall. It's a vicious cycle that can quickly strip away your independence without realizing it. Avoiding movement out of fear actually increases the chances of falling again. But here's the good news. Falls are not inevitable. In fact, there are simple but powerful steps you can take to dramatically reduce your risk. Start by focusing on strengthening your legs and core. These muscles are critical for maintaining balance, and working on exercises that target these areas can make a huge difference. Even simple exercises such as chair squats or leg lifts can improve strength and stability, along with muscle strengthening. Another crucial aspect is improving your balance exercises, like standing on one foot or practicing Tai Chi can help you regain control over your body's movements and prevent dangerous falls. Another easy yet effective measure you can take is to make small adjustments in your home. Ensure that your house is well lit, particularly in areas where you move around, often like hallways or stairs. Slip-proof rugs or mats in the bathroom and kitchen, and sturdy handrails on staircases or in the bathroom can make a huge difference in preventing falls. These simple changes can reduce the risks of slipping and losing balance in everyday settings, helping you stay safe in your own home. The most important thing to remember is that prevention is key. It's never too late to start focusing on fall prevention. And by making these simple changes today, you can keep your independence and mobility for many years to come. The more proactive you are now, the more control you'll have over your health and safety in the future. Let's not wait until the fall happens to take action. Your health and independence are worth protecting now. As we continue, let's look at the next risk: respiratory diseases, another hidden danger that can impact your life more than you realize. But don't worry, there are ways you can protect your lungs too. Stay tuned between staying active and independent or facing a life-changing injury. The difference often comes down to one simple thing: awareness. Falls don't just happen, they are often the result of a combination of factors that build up over time. One of the most overlooked contributors is the side effects of medications. Many common prescriptions cause dizziness, drowsiness, or fluctuations in blood pressure, all of which can make falls much more likely. If you've ever stood up too quickly and felt lightheaded, you've experienced the body's subtle warning that something needs adjusting. This sensation isn't something to ignore. It's your body telling you that the medication might be affecting your balance or blood pressure. This is why it's so important to have a conversation with your doctor about the medications you're taking, especially as you age. Some prescriptions can work against you by causing side effects that interfere with your balance and strength, increasing the chances of a fall by being proactive and talking to your doctor. You can make sure your medications aren't putting your safety at risk. Falling isn't just about tripping over something, it's about staying strong, staying steady, and being mindful of the little things that can make a huge difference. Staying aware of how medications impact your body can help you prevent a fall before it happens. Your health and safety are too important to overlook the smaller signs that can add up to bigger consequences. After 7 of a single fall can change everything. A hip fracture, for example, might seem minor at first, but it can lead to months of eye mobility, long hospital stays, and even permanent loss of independence. Taking the right precautions today, whether it's adjusting your medication regimen, strengthening your muscles, or making simple changes around the house, could mean years of continued mobility and a much higher quality of life. The decisions you make now have the power to protect your future. Don't wait for something to happen. Take action today and give yourself the best chance at living life on your terms. Now let's move on to something that's often taken for granted. Respiratory diseases. As we age, our lungs don't function as efficiently as they once did. And even in the 18th century, smallest respiratory issues can turn serious quickly. The truth is, breathing difficulties aren't just a minor inconvenience, they can be deadly. What starts as a simple cough, shortness of breath, or mild wheezing can escalate into chronic conditions, infections, or even hospitalization. But the scariest part, respiratory diseases are often ignored until it's too late. One of the biggest threats to our lungs as we age is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, which includes conditions like asthma and chronic bronchitis over time. The airways become inflamed and narrowed, making it harder and harder to breathe. But here's the thing. Many seniors brush off symptoms like frequent coughing, shortness of breath, or wheezing, assuming it's just part of aging. But in reality, these are clear warning signs that your lungs need attention. Ignoring them can lead to serious, life-threatening complications that could have been avoided with early intervention. COPD and other respiratory diseases are often preventable, but only if you recognize the signs early. Simple lifestyle changes like quitting smoking, staying active, and improving indoor air quality can make a huge difference in your lung health. And don't forget about vaccines. Many older adults neglect to get their flu and pneumonia shots, which can lead to severe infections that compromise their already weakened respiratory systems. Your lungs are your life support, and taking care of them should be a top priority. The good news is, with the right actions, you can protect them and continue to breathe easy, well into your senior years, taking the time to check in on your lung health today can ensure a brighter, healthier future. Let's continue on with another critical factor. Stroke. The signs of a stroke can sometimes be subtle, but acting fast is key. We'll talk about how to recognize the warning signs and take steps to reduce your stroke risk. Stay with us. Your health is worth it as we age. It's easy to dismiss symptoms like a mild cough or shortness of breath as simply a part of getting older. However, these can be clear warning signs that your lungs need attention. It's important not to ignore these signals because over time, they can develop into something much more serious. One of the biggest respiratory threats to older adults is pneumonia. What might start as a simple cold or mild chest congestion can quickly escalate into a life-threatening infection. Pneumonia in seniors is especially dangerous because the body's immune response weakens with age. This means that what could be a manageable infection for a younger person could turn into a hospital stay or worse for an older adult. In fact, many hospitalizations after 75 are due to pneumonia, and unfortunately, many people never fully recover from his complications. But pneumonia isn't the only threat to lung health. Poor air quality, something most people don't think about, is a major contributor to respiratory issues over the years. Exposure to dust pollution, secondhand smoke, and even indoor pollutants like mold and pet dander can seriously affect lung function. These irritants can make breathing problems worse, especially for those already dealing with respiratory conditions like asthma or COPD. The air inside your home can sometimes be more polluted than the air outside, making it important to regularly improve your indoor air quality. Consider using air purifiers, and if possible, make sure to keep windows open to allow fresh air to circulate. Additionally, avoid smoking in or near your home. And if you do smoke, consider quitting the toxins. Smoke can significantly weaken lung function over time. An often overlooked but powerful way to protect your lungs is by staying active. Yes, your lungs need exercise just like your muscles do. Regular movement helps your lungs expand fully, keeping them clear of mucus buildup and strengthening their ability to fight off infections. Even light activities such as walking, stretching, or LWI impact aerobic exercises help improve lung function. Prolonged sitting, on the other hand, can lead to weakened lung capacity, making you more vulnerable to infections and other respiratory problems. If you find yourself spending long periods sitting, take breaks to stand up, stretch, or walk around to keep your lungs working efficiently. Vaccination is another crucial factor that too many seniors overlook. Vaccines for pneumonia, the flu, and other respiratory illnesses can significantly reduce the risk of serious complications. Many older adults don't realize that these simple vaccinations can mean the difference between a mild illness and a severe health crisis. Flu and pneumonia shots aren't just about avoiding a C. They can prevent dangerous infections that could land you in the hospital. Make sure you stay up to date on your vaccines and talk to your doctor about any other vaccinations that might benefit you, like the shingles vaccine or COVID-19 booster shots. In addition to these basic preventive measures, it's also helpful to focus on nutrition. What you eat directly affects your lung health. Foods rich in antioxidants, such as berries, leafy greens, and nuts, can help reduce inflammation in the lungs. Support immune function, omega-3 fatty acids found in foods like salmon and flax seeds can also help to fight off infections. Avoiding highly processed foods in excessive salt will prevent inflammation that can compromise lung function. By making a few small but powerful changes in your lifestyle, you can significantly improve your respiratory health and decrease the likelihood of developing life-threatening conditions. Taking care of your lungs means staying active, keeping your indoor environment clean, getting regular vaccinations, and eating a lung-healthy diet. These proactive steps will help you breathe easier and live a longer, more independent life. Now that we've discussed how to protect your lungs, it's time to move on to stroke prevention, another critical health concern that impacts seniors. Stay tuned to learn more about how you can reduce your risk and keep your health in check as you age. Breathing should never feel like a struggle, but for many people over the age of 70, it often does. And here's the sad truth: it doesn't have to be this way. The problem lies in not taking action early enough. Your lungs work tirelessly every second of every day to keep you alive. But if you don't take steps to protect them, they can start to fail. Strengthening your lungs and protecting them from infections is one of the most powerful things you can do to not only extend your health, but also preserve your independence. Let's shift gears and talk about something that can change your life in an instant: stroke. A stroke happens suddenly without warning, and in a moment, everything can change. It is one of the leading causes of death after 75, yet so many people don't realize how many warning signs and risk factors are within their control. The frightening truth is, a stroke doesn't always give you a second chance. Once a stroke happens, the damage is often permanent. But here's the good news: up to 80% of strokes can be prevented. This means that the choices you make today, how you eat, how you move, and how you manage stress, could determine whether you stay independent or face a life-altering event. A stroke occurs when blood flow to the brain is suddenly blocked or a blood vessel bursts. Once this happens, brain cells begin to die within minutes due to lack of oxygen. And the longer the brain is deprived of that oxygen, the greater the damage. Some strokes are small, causing only temporary confusion or slight weakness, but others leave people paralyzed, unable to speak, or completely dependent on others. And tragically, in many cases, a stroke is fatal. One of the biggest risk factors for stroke is high blood pressure over time. High blood pressure puts constant strain on the arteries, weakening them and making them more likely to rupture or become blocked. But here's the scary part. High blood pressure often has no symptoms, which is why so many people are walking around completely unaware they are at risk. It's only when the stroke strikes that they realize their blood pressure was too high. Another major cause of stroke is irregular heart rhythms, such as atrial fibrillation. Many seniors have AFib without even realizing it. And when the heart beats irregularly, blood can pool and form clots. If one of those clots travels to the brain, it can trigger a stroke in an instant. The good news is that both high blood pressure and irregular heart rhythms can be detected and managed with a simple medical checkup. Once diagnosed, there are effective treatments that can significantly reduce your stroke risk. So what can you do to lower your stroke risk? Start by getting your blood pressure checked regularly. If it's high, talk to your doctor about ways to manage it. Whether through medication, lifestyle changes, or both, if you have an irregular heartbeat, ask your doctor about treatment options to reduce your stroke risk. Alongside this, making healthy lifestyle changes like eating a hard, healthy diet, staying physically active, and managing stress effectively can make a huge difference in reducing your stroke risk. The reality is many strokes are preventable, but the key is to start taking action today. It's never too late to take control of your health and lower your chances of suffering a stroke. The best part is that by making small adjustments, now you can remain independent and live a full life for many more years. Let's move forward and talk about another important health risk after 75, cognitive decline, and how simple steps today can protect your brain and help you stay sharp. Stay with us and let's keep working together to stay healthy and independent. A simple medical checkup can detect early signs of high blood pressure and irregular heart rhythms issues that, when left untreated, increase your risk for stroke dramatically. Once these conditions are caught, early treatment can significantly reduce your chances of suffering from a stroke. Along with medical care, diet and lifestyle are key factors in prevention. Eating too many processed foods, excessive salt, and unhealthy fats can increase your stroke risk. Similarly, a lack of physical movement contributes to thicker blood and slower circulation, both of which raise your stroke risk. The best way to counteract these risks is by staying active, eating nutrient-rich foods, and maintaining healthy blood pressure. Small changes like adding leafy greens, cutting back on sodium, and drinking more water can have a huge impact on your health. These simple adjustments can keep your arteries healthy and your blood flowing smoothly. But there's one more thing that often gets overlooked. Many strokes are transient ischemic attacks. TIAs are often characterized by temporary vision problems or confusion symptoms that may go away, but shouldn't be ignored even if the symptoms pass. It's crucial to seek medical attention immediately. TI are warning signs that a stroke could be imminent, and addressing them promptly could mean the difference between preventing a full-blown stroke and dealing with the devastating effects of one. The most important thing to remember is that you have the power to reduce your stroke risk. Regularly checking your blood pressure, eating a hard, healthy diet, staying physically active, and recognizing early warning signs like TIAs can help you maintain your independence and avoid the life-altering consequences of a stroke. The earlier you act, the better your chances of protecting yourself. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support allows us to continue creating content that informs and inspires you. Now let's move forward to number 5, cognitive decline and its related complications. One of the most heartbreaking realities of aging is the gradual loss of memory, reasoning, and independence. Cognitive decline doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in slowly with small lapses that are easy to dismiss at first. But as the years pass, those minor changes can turn into something more serious. The ability to manage daily tasks, recognize familiar faces, or make sound decisions begins to deteriorate. And that's when the risks grow. Let's explore how you can protect your brain and remain mentally sharp for many years to come. Stay tuned. Cognitive decline is one of the most insidious parts of aging. What starts as small, seemingly harmless lapses, forgetting names, misplacing keys, or struggling to follow a conversation, can gradually evolve into a much more serious issue for many. It's not just an inconvenience, it becomes life-threatening as conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's disease take hold. They don't just affect the mind, they put the entire body at risk when cognitive function declines. So does the ability to care for oneself. Simple tasks like remembering to take medications, eating balanced meals, or recognizing symptoms of illness become increasingly difficult. One of the most dangerous aspects of cognitive decline is neglecting basic self-care. Many seniors with dementia forget to drink enough water, leading to dangerous dehydration. Others may eat too little or too much, causing nutritional deficiencies or weight gain, which increase their risk of developing other serious conditions like heart disease or diabetes. But the most concerning dangers come from accidents. Forgetting to turn off the stove, leaving the door unlocked at night, or wandering outside in unsafe conditions are all risks that can become deadly as cognitive function diminishes as these risks increase. Seniors may find themselves facing a tragic reality, losing their independence without the proper care and attention. Their health can deteriorate even faster, leading to even more severe complications, the scariest part of cognitive decline. Many people don't realize it's happening until it's already advanced. Early signs, such as forgetting names, struggling with conversations, or misplacing important items, are often brushed off as just getting older. But these small, subtle changes are your brain's way of telling you that something is changing. Ignoring these warning signs can accelerate the decline. So the sooner you take action, the better your chances of slowing its progression. Protecting your brain means taking steps today to maintain a sharp, healthy mind for years to come. One of the most effective ways to protect your brain from cognitive decline is by staying mentally active, just like the muscles in your body. The brain needs exercise to stay strong. Engaging in mentally stimulating activities, such as reading, learning new skills, doing puzzles, or even having deep conversations, can help keep your brain engaged and sharp. These activities improve your cognitive function and can reduce the risk of cognitive decline. But here's something many people overlook. Physical exercise is just as important for brain health as mental activity. Movement increases blood flow to the brain, which helps protect memory and cognitive function. Regular physical activity can literally make your brain work better, keeping it strong and resilient against the effects of aging. Maintaining a balance between mental and physical exercise is crucial for long-term brain health. Whether it's taking a walk, doing yoga, or practicing mindfulness, these activities provide the brain with the oxygen and nutrients it needs to stay sharp. Pairing this with mental exercises like puzzles or learning a new language helps keep your brain adaptable and healthy. Remember, protecting your brain is not just about avoiding cognitive decline. It's about continuing to live independently and confidently as you age. The decisions you make now can impact how well your brain functions in the future. It's never too late to start taking care of it. So why not start today? As we wrap up, I want you to take a moment to reflect on everything we've talked about today. Heart disease, falls, respiratory issues, stroke, and cognitive decline. These 5 causes are responsible for the majority of deaths after the age of 75. But here's what's truly important. They are not inevitable. Many people don't realize just how much control they have over their own health until it's often too late. The truth is, small, consistent choices starting today can add years of strength, clarity, and independence to your life. No one wants to think about aging, but ignoring these risks doesn't make them go away. The good news is that awareness gives you power. By recognizing the signs, taking preventive steps, and making your health a priority, you can free yourself from the fear of what lies ahead. Instead of focusing on the limitations, you can focus on longevity, strength, and living life to its fullest. Take a moment to think about your own daily habits. Are there small changes you can make today? Whether it's eating a little healthier, moving a bit more, getting regular checkups, or staying mentally and socially active, even one small step in the right direction can put you on a path to better health and a longer, fuller life. At this stage of life, your well-being is your greatest asset. The more you protect it, the more time you can enjoy with loved one. Maintain your independence and live without fear of preventable health issues. Every day is an opportunity to take care of yourself. The choices you make today will determine how strong and capable you remain in the years ahead. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you have learned today, and how do you plan to use it in your life? Your thoughts matter to us, so feel free to share them in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing and liking the video. It means the world to us and helps us continue creating content that impacts and inspires. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care of yourself and take that first step toward a healthier tomorrow today.